Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego. Welcome to the late night show here in the Panhandle of Florida, your K1 visa question and answer session where you get free answers to your K1 visa questions. And it's a pleasure to help you guys. Now remember, tomorrow, tomorrow I am flying to Bogota, Colombia. So when I get to Colombia, then the next day I got to figure out my laptop and see if I can get it going for live streaming in Colombia. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So just letting you guys know. And Christopher Stout, Christopher says, guys, be patient. It will come to see the results. Yeah, it's true. The secret to this K1 visa is patience, guys. If you're patient and you relax and you just don't stress it out, you'll get this K1 visa. It's not easy. We know that. Karina, I know it's not easy to do this. Jacob Myers, good morning from the Philippines. Jacob, good morning, Jacob. How's everything in the Philippines? Now, where are you? What part of the Philippines are you hanging out in? What hammock are you laying in the Philippines? I know it's a beautiful country. I've never been there, okay, but I would love to know where you're at. Mr. Nahas, good evening, Mr. Nahas. Our good friend, Mr. Nahas. And Jacob is in Manila in a condo. You're in Manila in a condo, okay. So how's the traffic noise? How's the traffic noise in Manila? In Bogota, it's horrendous. I mean, I'll be in bed at night sleeping, and then I'm in Bogota, Colombia, and then a car alarm goes off. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, seriously. Christopher, are you going to be leaving in the morning? No, my friend is going to house sit for me. He'll pick me up around early morning. Not early in the morning, but late morning. He's going to run me to the airport. I want to get there early and check in. I already did my migration Colombia. You got to fill out this. You got to fill out all this immigration stuff to go into Colombia, and then then it goes to your phone. Then you send it to your computer. Then you print it, and you got to show the airline. I did my immigration check-in for Colombia. Let me see. Brandon Vance. Hey there, brother Diego. I hope you and Karina are well. We're great. We're doing good, everybody. We're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Jacob makes me miss my rural home in Colorado. So you live in the woods in Colorado. Okay. Deer and squirrel and antelope. What you got in what kind of rural town do you live in? Do you go hunting? Do you hunt for your own food? Tisha Sweeney. Hey, Diego. Actually, my fiance applied for a student visa to the USA and it got rejected. Okay, that's so. Don't worry about it. Is that going to be a problem? No, it's not going to be a problem for the visa. If asked about this at the in the internet, what reason can we tell them? Well, what was the reason that the immigration officer denied your beneficiary, your fiance, her tourist visa? What was the reason in the letter? They gave her a letter and said, "Sorry, you can't get your tourist visa." That's the reason. Hamid, good evening, my friend Diego. I just received a news from my fiance that she is 6 weeks pregnant. Well, good job. I don't know what to do now. I'm happy and sad at the same time. Hamid, what are you going to do? You're going to be a dad, okay? The good news is the baby is a U.S. citizen, so you don't have to do a K2 visa. You don't have to do a K2 visa, all right? You don't have any more paperwork. The only thing you got to do is when your baby is born, you gotta register the birth with the U.S. Embassy. Okay, go to the U.S. Embassy in the town, register the birth, get a certification, and then apply for a U.S. passport for the baby. That's what you got to do. And then you don't have to get a K2 visa for the child. The baby will fly with your fiance on the airplane. No visa required, but you got to get a passport. And you got to register the birth at the embassy. If you don't do that, it's going to be problems. Jacob, when you can sit outside at night and not hear cars. Well, what do you, when you sit outside in your house in Colorado, what do you hear? Do you hear like lions and tigers? What do you hear? You got to hear something. Trees rustling? Brandon Vance, Brother Diego, how long would it say it typically takes the MVC to review documents and schedule the visa interview? Well, the MVC don't schedule visa interviews for K1 visas. Very, very rarely do they do that. What they do is they look through the documents, make sure the USCIS didn't make any errors in approving the visa. If there's an error, they send it back to USCIS and say, hey, check this part out. Then if it checks out, USCIS sends it back to the MVC. Then the MVC assigns a case number. And then if the embassy's not busy, if they're not backed up with paperwork, they'll mail the visa to the embassy. How long does it take? It depends on how busy the embassy is. It took Karina and I, was it like 2 weeks? The MVC got our K1 visa from USCIS. I think it was like 2 weeks, somewhere like just under 2 weeks. And then they sent it to the embassy in Bogota. Then I had to wait like 11 days for the embassy to do their part. And then they sent me an email saying, start processing the visa. Tisha Sweeney, is it gonna be a problem if after the rejection of the student visa, we apply for the K1 visa? No, the student visa's got nothing to do with the K1 visa. Okay, we're not going to do this for immigration benefit or anything. Well, I hope not. We both love each other. Well, yeah, that's why you filed for the visa. There you go. That's the reason for a K1 visa. Student visa is to come here to study. Okay, she didn't get the visa. She and probably 100,000 other people. It's no big deal. You'll get your K1 visa. Ranger G Martinez, when is going to start working with when is USCIS going to start working with June visas? How do you mean June visas? What kind of visas? K1, CR1? What kind of visa? K1 or spousal? And they're working June visas. Jacob, LMAO. It's silent unless the coyotes are out. So there's coyotes in your backyard. So I bet if you have cats, I bet they don't like the coyotes too much. Is it going to be a problem? Let me see here. So Jacob got coyotes, and there's a lot of snow. Well, that's why I live in Florida. If I want to see snow, I just Google snow. Oh, I want to look at snow. Okay, oh, there it is. How nice. And out here is palm trees. Let me see. Teja Sweeney, I am worried. What are you worried about? You didn't get a K2, you didn't get a tourist visa. Your beneficiary didn't get a tourist visa. No big deal. It's no big deal. It's got nothing to do with the K1 visa. Brandon, I suppose I got confused. We have the ready status, so we have to do the DS-160 and pay the visa fee. Yes, you do. As soon as the embassy tells you to do that. When they send you the instruction email, the packet 3, packet 4, then they tell you how to do it. They'll tell you what website to go to. They'll tell you where to pay it. If you can use your credit card, what bank you got to go to. It's all laid out in the email. Please, my fiance interview went well today, but she got a 221G. Okay, need to do medical on November 3rd. Thanks a lot. Okay. So you just got to finish up the medical. That's it. 221G means your visa's on hold until the medical's completed. Francois Livingston, good evening. Diego, safe travels tomorrow. Well, thank you, Francois. Hopefully, I got an email from American Airlines, and they said that the shuttle, the bus, what is it called? The train? The train that goes around Miami International Airport to get you from this connection to this connection is being maintained. So that means it's broke. When they say something's being maintained, it means it's broken. So the train, the rapid train that goes around Miami Airport is broke. And they say, we will have to get you a shuttle bus to your connecting flight. So there goes my dinner in Miami Airport. because I'm probably going to have to hustle find this bus because they broke the train. Woof, man, I'm so glad I'm not going to be flying from Miami back here. I'm going to rent a car, rent an SUV. I'm going to rent an SUV for $100. Instead of spending $1,000 on plane tickets, it's $100 to rent an SUV, and no hassle, and no broken trains to worry about. Man, I can't stand flying, guys. I can't stand flying. There's always a problem somewhere. Although American Airlines are pretty good, it's not their fault. It's the airport. Thomas Besant, hallelujah, brother Diego. I received notice on last Thursday, the 26th of October, that my case has been approved by USCIS. Well, that's good for your beneficiary in the Philippines. My receipt date was January 2023. So that I told you to watch out for your NOA2 letter. If you have a K1 visa that you submitted in January of 2023, they are processing those visas now. Teja Sweeney, my fiance interview is on November 3rd. What's that? What? That's 4 days away. That's in 4 days. You're going to get it. I'll be in Colombia. I'll do a live stream for you. If I got internet, I'm sure I'll be fine. Dina Ali. Hi, Diego. I got my case transferred to Abu Dhabi. That's where I said to send it, right? From the MVC with new case number. Good job. So when do I get my welcome letter? From when Abu Dhabi received it? Yes. Now you got to wait for Abu Dhabi to send you the packet 3 and packet 4, the email instructions. You got this, Dina. There's no way you were going to get a visa interview in Baghdad. Am I right? So what did I recommend you do? Transfer your case. If you're in Venezuela, if you're in Iraq, Syria, those kind of countries, Niger, Sudan, those countries that are having problems, you gotta find a new country. And you did it. You got Dubai. Jose Custodio. Hey, Diego, safe travels to Colombia. Jose, no problem. And good job on spelling Colombia with an O. Most people spell it with a U. You did good. You spelled the name correctly. I'm impressed. High five. Jose Custodio, I'm here in Peru waiting for our K1 visa interview in a couple of days. Well, Jose, you say hello to Paddington Bear. Isn't Paddington Bear from Peru? I think he is. You say hi to him. Angel Marcia. Hola, Diego. Hola, Angel. ¿Cómo estás? Ranger G. Martinez. Sorry, question is, when are they going to start with K1 visas? I send my application June. So, what did you send your application in when? June 2022, June 2023. When did you send it? If you send it June of 2023, then probably by April of 2023 or 2024, you should be hearing from immigration. Dina Ali, please go live there. Don't forget about us. Dina, I'm going to go live in Colombia. I got a very expensive laptop that I purchased for Karina at the best electronics store in Bogota. Cost me an arm and a leg, okay? And it works great. It's got so much memory. I had to have a laptop with a ton of memory on it so I can make videos. Buying one of those little those little El Cheapo laptops doesn't have memory for live stream, doesn't have memory for video editing or any of that. So I had to get a good one. So I will be going live from Colombia. The only thing I got to have is internet, and I got to figure out how to do it. Remember, I know how to do it from here. I got to learn how to do it from a laptop. Tuan Benson. Hi, Diego from Miami. Tuan, train down, but you can walk within American Airlines. Okay, thanks for the info. Randall Wheat, thank you for that super chat. High five, Randall. I appreciate that. I'm thinking I want to have to get a taxi to get from this departure gate to this departure gate because the train's broken in Miami Airport. Well, it's always something, right? But you overcome it. Dina, let me see. Teja Sweeney and Tuan. so I can walk within American Airlines. I won't be walking, I'll be running, because I know when my plane lands in Miami over here, the international departure gate is over here. So it's like a 2-mile jog. Teja Sweeney, I'm a student and I live with my family. So my dad is my joint sponsor. Okay, how much income is needed for 5 people? After my fiance, a lot. Over $50,000 a year. I don't have the number right now. I have to look it up. It's over 50 grand per year. Dina Addy, thank you, Diego. I listened to you and I did. God bless you. Dina, I'm glad you listened. I got you out of Baghdad and got you into Dubai. You got that figured out. You did the work. I just kind of helped guide you. Because you'll be waiting for 3 or 4 years for an interview in Baghdad. I mean, we love Iraq. We love our friends in Iraq, but the embassy's not doing the visa thing right now. Okay, so we're glad you got Dubai. Amina Chowdhury, I got approval letter on September 29th. It says I should get welcome letter within 30 days. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's 60 to 120 days. Okay. Don't believe what you read on those welcome letters, on those letters. Bye. They have our case number I sent today, more information, but I think they have all our information. NBC sent to Guatemalan Embassy. You got this. BYE, you got it. Randall, again, thanks for that super chat. I'm going to have to tip somebody at the airport to get me to the international departure gate tomorrow night, because I'm going to have to hustle. Francois Livingston. So it took 9 months from NOA 1 to NOA 2 for Thomas Vicent. Did I understand that correctly? If that is correct, kudos to USCIS for moving things right along. Francois, I've been telling you guys for about a year that as soon as we get into October of 2023, the visa is going to process much quicker at USCIS. MVC, I don't know. The embassy, I don't know. But USCIS, sure. Samba Della, hi Diego. What's going on, Samba? Randall Wheat, have a deal on me for the road, Diego. Be safe on your trip. Definitely. Thank you. Dane Phillips, hey Diego. Been almost 2 weeks since ready status. Still waiting for the instructions from the Bogota embassy. Okay. Well, let's see. This week you'll get them. You'll get them this week. The Bogota's pretty good. Okay. Then they're busy, but 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll get it. Samba Della, is Senegal processing K1s because there is no appointment? Yes, they are processing K1s, but they're busy. So you got to keep looking. They're good. They're working. Whoopslap, good day, community. Had the wedding at the courthouse. Whoopslap, congratulations. Planning the church wedding now. Also turned in application for social security number. Very good. 66, hi Diego from Paris, France. Bonjour. Bonjour, 66. I received my NOA 1 January 2023. When do you think I'll get NOA 2? Let's see. Probably next month. I'm thinking November. And greetings, everybody in Paris. Our friends in Paris. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Dina, again, thank you so much. I wish the best for you and your fiance. Dina, anytime. And you know, we're here for you. I saved you a long wait, right? You would have been waiting forever in Baghdad. But now you're good. You're going to get this thing done. Guide trainer, good evening. I wanted to ask you, where do I send the information for you to make a success video for me? Just send it in YouTube. I know you said to send it in YouTube, but where in YouTube? Write it, just write it in the, you know, find a video that, you know, maybe the video I just made, and then just post it under the video. I'll find it. Whoopslap, married life is amazing. Yes, of course. Huge adjustment. See, yeah, I didn't clean. I don't understand. Grandma's standard. But being patient. Whoopslap, you got this. Dina Alley, have a safe trip, Diego, and enjoy your trip with your beautiful fiance. Well, yeah, tomorrow I'll be with Karina. Tomorrow night, I'll be in Bogota. You know, assuming the plane doesn't crash, I'll be in Bogota tomorrow night. Okay? And then we'll get in a taxi, go home to our apartment, And then I'm going to go to the dentist on I can't track a day. Wednesday, I go to the dentist. I got to fix my tooth. I got a dentist in Colombia that's going to fix it for $600. There maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But my dentist here said he's going to charge me $6,000. I said, dude, if I wanted to put a swimming pool in your backyard or buy you a hot tub, I'll do it as a gift. But for my tooth, I don't need to spend that kind of money. Let me see. Thomas, hey Diego, have you heard of someone getting several 221G refusals? And have you seen SEAC updating several times a day? I don't pay attention to SEAC. I don't even look at it. I just look for my emails. Okay? I don't follow SEAC. 221Gs, you usually get one. Nick, Diego, do I need to wait for a welcome letter before I do the DS-160? You got to wait for the packet 3 and packet 4. Jose Ramirez, hi Diego, have a nice and safe trip. Thank you, tomorrow. And good luck on your upcoming visa interview. Thanks. Karina's going to be fine. They're going to ask Karina this question. When was the last time you saw your sponsor? Oh, he's right here. He's standing next to me. How many times has he come to visit you in Colombia? 5 times. What was the longest the time that he spent with you? 11 months. We got it. JHax99, Diego. Do I, as a sponsor, send my fiance the I-134 package? Yes. You send her the I-134, the original, signed and dated, with all your financial documents, and a copy of your passport. Biographic page. Twan Benson, what time is your flight to Colombia tomorrow? It leaves at around 7 at night, 7 o'clock. Flight 915 or 914. I can't remember. I just get to the airport and show up. Departs at 7:29 p.m. And it's flight, let me see here. I got to know that flight 915 to Bogota. Thomas Farrell, Manila got my original divorce decree yesterday and the SEAC site still says refused. Well, it's going to say refused. Okay, don't worry about that. Let them process the paperwork. Let them get it done. Okay, you'll get there. If you sent them the paperwork they requested, then you're good. And don't read that refusal stuff. Okay, you're good. Faris Hassan, hey Diego, got my case number. Okay, from Abu Dhabi Embassy, but my case isn't ready for interview yet. Okay, how long do you think it will take to get an interview? So if you got your case number from Abu Dhabi, actually you get your case number from the MVC. Abu Dhabi, the embassy should have sent you an email telling you what to do on how to process your case. Packet 3, packet 4. List of stuff you got to bring to the visa interview and how to process the visa interview. Send an email to Abu Dhabi and ask them for the directions. Thomas, getting frustrated at the embassy in Manila. Why? Don't get frustrated with them. Just hang out. Relax, man. Just relax. You'll be fine. You got this. I got to figure out how to get from this departure gate, arrival gate, to the international departure gate. The train is broke at Miami Airport. I think they just unplugged it. I think they run on solar panels, and at night there's no sun. So they can't run the train at night because there's no sun to charge the solar panels. That's what I think. I'm kidding. Faris Hassan, hey Diego, got my case number from Abu Dhabi. You're going to get a visa interview, Faris. You got to keep looking for one. You got to get your packet 3 and packet 4. Send them an email. When is the latest to get packet 4? You should get it within 2 to 3 weeks from your case number. Teja Sweeney, I want to get my visa done and want to be together. Well, you and everybody else watching this channel right now, I'm really stressing out. Why? Why are you stressing? You're like 4 days away from your visa interview. You got people on here who's 6 months away, 8 months away. You're 4 days. So what are you stressing about? You're unable to sleep. Why not? Why can't you sleep? The interview date is approaching. I'm getting nervous. For what? It's easy, man. It's easy peasy. Like, I gotta drink some water. I drink Mountain Dew all week. Now I gotta drink some. Karina told me I gotta drink some water. Nelson Gooden, biometrics done today in Rio de Janeiro. That's Brazil. Very smooth process. Showed up early, 7 o'clock in the morning. Appointment at 10. They kicked everyone out of the line that wasn't at 7. So if you don't get to your, that's right. If you don't get to the visa interview, to the biometrics interview, whatever, on time, if you get there late, you don't get in line, you got to come back another day. Teja Sweeney, I miss my fiance so much. You and everybody else watching this video, hang in there, Teja Sweeney. You're 4 days away from a visa interview. You're there, man. You're right there. Jonathan Linda, what recommendations do you have to help my fiance make new friends in America? For example, my town has a yoga club, okay, arts, crafts, also a church. Jonathan Linda, what country is your beneficiary coming from? Jonathan, where? I can't remember. I try to remember everybody, but I can't, okay? If I was 20 years old, I could remember everything, but I can't. What country? And then I can give you some advice. You know, you're going to have to teach her how to drive a car, right? You're going to get her on a Sam's Club. You're going to get her a CVS card. She's from the Philippines. Okay. And what city do you live in? What city? What city? I'm going to help you out here. Just tell me what city, Jonathan. 66. Bonjour, Diego. Bonjour, 66. My fiance is pregnant. Do you think it will help for the visa? Not at all. Doesn't speed it up at all. Immigration will congratulate you on the baby, but it will not speed up the visa process. If it did, everybody'd be getting pregnant, right? It doesn't. It doesn't do anything but give you a baby, which is great, fantastic. It will help the green card. It will help the visa that you have a real relationship with your fiance. It'll help that way, but it's not going to speed up the process. Okay, so you're from Long Island, New York. Here's what I would do. Look up for Phil-Am clubs in Long Island, New York. Excuse me, Jonathan. Look up Phil-Am clubs, Philippine American clubs in Long Island. Google Long Island Phil-Am. And then find one that's close to where you live. And you could take her there, and then you can mingle with other Filipino Americans. And that will help her get adjusted to life in New York, in Long Island. Now, I lived in Staten Island years ago, and it was cold. Okay? It was cold. My aunt used to live in Staten Island, and she used to work in the World Trade Center. And I remember when I was living with my aunt, it was so cold. So you're gonna have to get her acclimatized to cold weather. Thomas, I got a 221G refusal. Don't worry about it. For the divorce decree. Okay. That was it. And you got the divorce decree. You sent it to them. Now you just wait, and then you get your visa. It happens every day. And Elisa Steiner, hi Diego. After my fiance interview, can we pick up the visa at Manila? It depends on the embassy. It usually takes about 4 to 5 days. And they tell you where you can pick it up. When you fill out the DS-160, then you go to the next step, you pay the visa fee, then you go to the next step to schedule the interview. They tell you where you can pick up the visa. Now, Karina, when I filled out when I paid the visa fee for Karina, they gave me one place to pick up her visa, her passport. Well, I can't. She has to pick it up. It's in her name. I put it in her name. Tuan, you are on gate D39. Gate D39, okay. Is that flying to Bogota? Or is that arriving into Miami? Susie, hi Diego, I have a question about who's paying for my trip. This question is on the DS-160. Is it me or your fiance? The sponsor pays for the plane ticket. Okay, when I helped Karina with her DS-160, I had to help her with it because she can't speak English. I'm paying for her plane ticket. When she flies from Bogota to Miami, I'm putting that plane ticket goes on my credit card. So sponsors pay for the beneficiary. Very important. Okay, immigration looks at that stuff. It's important that the sponsor pays the plane ticket one way to the United States. Beto, Trejo, Diego from Chicago. The biometrics fingerprints is free in Colombia, or do we need to pay? No, you got to pay, and you got to pay efectivo. Pagar efectivo, no tarjeta. You got to pay cash for your biometrics. I don't know how much it is, so I went to the bank and I took out $300 in dollars, and I think that should cover it for two people, and with some money left over. Thomas Farrell is talking to Annalisa. Kajali Darbo, hello. If you are documentary qualified from NBC, how long does it take to have the interview scheduled in Senegal? Sounds like you're on an IR1 or CR1 visa. IR1 visa. So you're on a spousal visa. You got documentary qualified, which is good. And so it will take probably about 4 weeks to 6 weeks to get the visa interview scheduled in Senegal. It all depends on how busy they are now. Okay, that could change, but look at 4 to 6 weeks. Tisha Sweeney, Diego, if we get a 221G, do we have to reschedule an appointment? Yeah, you got to go, but it depends. If they just ask for a document, all you got to do is give them the document, mail it to them or bring it to them. Then they process the K1 visa and your passport. Then you pick it up. You don't need another interview. It depends. It depends on what they're asking for. Let me see. Tisha Sweeney. So Ross Lee. From a different channel, I saw that USCIS skipped an entire week of applications. I've been saying that for weeks and months and months. I don't pay attention to what USCIS does. I don't pay attention to range numbers, receipt numbers, priority dates. It's all irrelevant. All you gotta focus on is your NOA 1 letter, your NOA 2 letter, your case number, MVC welcome letter, your in transit email, your ready status, and then you're good to go. And everybody's case is different. Everybody's visa is different. So you cannot pay attention to what USCIS says. Don't just pay attention to what goes on in here on this channel, because you're going to get the real data, the real info. Now, I'm not saying don't check USCIS. If you want to check it, go ahead. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I don't bother. In the 13 months I waited for Karina's NOA 2 letter, I probably checked the case status maybe 4 or 5 times in 13 months. Once a month on the 30th of the month, probably 5 times. Tuan Benson, that is for Bogota. Okay, arrive at 10:05. Okay, so Karina will be waiting for me at night, and we will have our taxi waiting out front, ready to roll. So I don't know if I'm going to be hungry. I'm probably going to be hungry because I gotta hike 2 miles to the international departure gate instead of having to sit down, get my dinner, and then ride the train. There's no train. That's okay. It's no big deal. I don't know if there's anything open in Bogota at 10 o'clock at night. We'll just cook something at the apartment. 6-6, is it possible to have a driving license while waiting for the green card? No. You got to have a social security number and you got to have a residency card to have a green card and to get a driver's license in Florida. Now, I don't know what state you live in, but in Florida, you got to have a driver's license. You got to have a social security number. Jonathan Linda, my fiance said that the staff at the Manila embassy were very nice. Well, yeah, they're good people. Most of these immigration officers at the embassies are really good people. I mean, unless you're the immigration officer in, some communist country, which we don't really, I don't know. I don't think we got many embassies in communist countries. Well, China and Cuba, we got a consulate in Cuba, so I don't think they're very happy. Because whenever they if they go out to eat dinner with their wives, then some communist government official is going to follow them wherever they go to see what they're doing. I couldn't stand living in China or Cuba, or Venezuela. I couldn't do it. I'd look behind me and say, hey, that guy's following us. Hey, Karina, that commie's following us. Go over and ask him to sit down with us. We'll buy him lunch. Let me see. Kajali Darbo, if you are documentary qualified from the NBC, how long does it take to get the interview in Senegal? I just told you, 4 to 6 weeks. Tess and Rocco, good morning here from Philippines. Well, hey, Tess and Rocco. Been 2 weeks since I got my sputum, still counting. That hope is everything is good. Well, yeah, you're good. Results in 6 weeks. Wait again until it's done. Distress. Don't stress it out. Just hang out. Just relax. Betty, Miss Entertainment. Hello, Betty. Hi, Diego. How long it will take to get my fiance passport after the interview? It's about, depends what country. I can't remember what country, but usually 4 to 5 days. Some countries it takes a couple of weeks. I think in Nigeria, I think it's a couple of weeks. I can't remember, but some countries take a couple of weeks. Some countries like Colombia, 3 or 4 days. Twan Benson, all international flights are with domestic terminal D, H for American Airlines. So when I land in Miami from Pensacola, I get off the plane. I got a long way to go to the international departure gate, right? It's a long way. Christopher is talking to Ross. Rihanna Minska, where did you get married? I'm not married. I'm single. I'm divorced. Did you need a Spanish translated birth certificate? I don't have a Spanish translate. I'm American. But Karina, who is single, got her birth certificate, which is Venezuelan, translated into English. Well, I did it for her with the Spanish group, the SpanishGroup.org. I've been saying the SpanishGroup.com. It's not. It's the SpanishGroup.org. They're a great translation company, and they don't pay me to say that. I just think they're great. Nick, I think you skipped my question. Well, let's go back up there, Nick, because I didn't see it. Nick, when does USCIS send approved case to NVC? Just curious, since my case was approved today. It takes usually about 2 months. Usually about 2 months, 3 months max. USCIS will mail the stuff off every 2 weeks. Okay, in crates. Non-Van Envy Homes. Hello, Diego. Our interview has been set for January 2024. Good. Curious if my income is over the 100%. Federal guidelines. Do I need to also show money in savings account? Well, if you are bringing one person to the United States of America, then you got to make at least $26,000 a year. Okay? Beto Trejo, hi Diego. Sorry for many questions. You're good. We are still waiting for the instructions from Bogota. My case was ready September 26th. Send him an email. Beto, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota right now is maxed out. December and November, I think they're maxed out with visa interviews. So they're basically busy. They will send you the email. I promise you. You're going to get it. And then you're going to come on the live stream and say, hey, you were right, Diego. Here's my packet 3, packet 4. You're going to get it. You just got to be patient. Okay? Beta, you're going to get your K1 visa. 66, how long is the wait after NOA 2? It's about 2 to 3 months for the welcome letter from the NBC. Then about 2 weeks to 3 weeks for the NBC to send it to the embassy. Then the embasy's 2 to 3 weeks to send you the letter to start processing the visa, depending on how busy they are at the embassy. Miss Entertainment, Betty, I read that when my fiance get here, he can apply for a work permit. Yeah, it's called an EAD, Employment Authorization Document, and it's free. But by the time you get the EAD document as a work permit, you're going to get the green card. So it's just more paperwork. It's just another headache. More paperwork, another headache. Karina is going to file for her green card and wait for her green card. And when she gets it, she'll go start her business. It is in France. Okay, so your beneficiary is in France, in Paris. Twan Benson, depends on what gate you arrive at. Yeah, it depends on what gate I arrive at, and I always end up 20 blocks from the international gate. So there goes my dinner in Miami. But that's all. I'm not complaining. I'll get to see Karina. I'll either eat dinner in Miami airport or I'll eat it in Bogota at our apartment. John S. Diego. Boa noite. What is that language? Is that Thailand? Is that Thai? Teja Sweeney Mumadi. Is it okay if our chat's in our language? Sure. Because me and my fiance communicate in our home language. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Miss Entertainment, was it possible to go to different state to live to visit his family? Huh? Is it possible to go to a different state from where I live to visit his family? Yeah, when your beneficiary gets here to America, if you want to go to another state to visit somebody's family member, just get on a plane and go visit. Use your beneficiary can use the passport. This isn't Russia, okay? This isn't communist Cuba. You can travel within the United States without being harassed, but you can't leave the country without a green card or an advance parole document. Okay, got to have a green card to leave the country for a vacation. Ola Suaicion Olo Rinleke. My fiance got 221G. No problem. Submitted the documents. Okay. Original birth certificate, passport, I-864. Now that's interesting. They asked for an I-864 because the I-864 is the affidavit of support that you apply for when you apply for a green card. So are you on a spousal visa by chance? Sounds like you're on an IR1 spousal visa if you had to give the embassy an I-864. Nongvang Envy Homes. Sure, I'm well over the 26K. There you go. You're good. Just wondering, it would show additional information. You can you can put what's in your bank account if you want. Yeah, there's no problem. Rihanna Mensa. Hi, Diego. Can you clarify Karina is Venezuelan, but you are filing in Colombia? Yeah, Rihanna. Karina is from Caracas, Venezuela. She was a tax accountant in Caracas, Venezuela. And then the Hugo Chavez government, in their communist pea-brain minds, no disrespect to communists, but the government is what I'm talking about. In their low IQ brain, they basically destroyed the economy of Venezuela, decimated it. Okay, Karina's job went away. She was making good money. Her bank account was wiped out. The value of her house went down the drain. Everything collapsed. There was no electricity. There was no water. There was no gas. It was insane. So she got the heck out of Venezuela and relocated to Colombia. She's a legal, permanent resident of Colombia. The Colombian government gave her a 2-year, like a green card, I guess you call it, cedula, and then they gave her a 10-year cedula, green card. So she's a legal resident of Colombia, but she's from Venezuela. Most Venezuelans, most of them, they're all good people. We love them, but they like to eat. They like to put food on the table. They want to put a roof over their head. They want to be able to put gas in their cars. But the government of Venezuela, okay, is communist. So when you have a communist government, the people suffer immensely. Okay? And I'm not bashing Venezuela. It's a beautiful country. The people, we love you guys. But the government sucks. And the people of Venezuela have an election next year, and my recommendation to them is you need to get rid of this Maduro guy and hire somebody that knows what the heck they're doing. So Rihanna, yes. Karina's from Venezuela. Nong Vang, Envy Holmes, thank you for that super chat. This is the people's champ. Thank you, Nong Vang. Diego and Karina wishing you all the best as we all rooting for you both. Well, thanks, Nong Vang. We got the scary visa interview coming up next month, November 16th, 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll be there 6 o'clock in the morning. Early bird gets the visa. Let's see. So yes, Rihanna. Karina's from Venezuela. She has a cedula from Venezuela, and I have a copy of it on my phone. And she has a cedula from Colombia. So when she got her police certificates, she got her police certificate from Venezuela by using her cedula number from Venezuela, and then she got her police certificate from Colombia by using her cedula number from Colombia. Boom. That's how it works. She loves it in Colombia. She's making good money. All of her family moved there, except for her mom and her dad and her younger brother. They stayed back in Venezuela. You know, her younger brother, there's no way he could find a job in Colombia. He's too young. Let me see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Las Barreras. Hello, Diego. Do I need an interpreter for my fiance in the consulate? No, not necessarily. What country? What country? You got to tell me what country. Twan Benson, is your flight 3387 from Pensacola? I got no idea. Let me see. I will tell you. Let me see. I'm looking. 3387. I leave on American Airlines flight 3387 at let me see. I leave at 3:45 tomorrow afternoon. Man, you don't work for American Airlines, do you? Twan, come on, you're gonna have, if you do, give me a free plane ride. Give me a hookup. I'm kidding. So Las Barreras, what country? My fiance is from Mexico. Probably not required. The consulate in Ciudad Juarez and Mexico City, they speak English and Spanish. Let me see. Renal, hi Diego. How long does it take on average to get the I-485 approved or get the green card? 6 to 9 months. Depends where you live. Also, can you apply after the 90 days as long as you get married before? Yeah. If you can apply after 90 days for your green card, but you got to get married within 90 days or else you'll get a deportation letter or a removal letter. You got to get married within 90 days. But I recommend that you get the adjustment of status paperwork done within 90 days too, before the I-94 times out. Then you get your green card quicker. If you wait 4 months, 5 months, if you procrastinate on filing for the green card, when immigration get it, guess what? You're at the bottom of the pile. Why would they want to hurry to help you? You weren't in a hurry to get your green card, so they're not going to be in a hurry to help you. There's other people that who filed within the 3 months. They're going to get attention. They're going to get their green card. Let me see. Hola, Suacion Olorenleke. It's a K1 visa, and this is Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, somebody just got their K1 visa in Lagos, Nigeria, just a couple of days ago. 2 days ago, they just got their K1 visa in their passport. Marcel MP, Diego, have a safe flight. Woo. American Airlines are a good company. I've never had a problem with American Airlines. They're good. They're a good company. Rihanna Mensja, I asked because I'm a U.S. citizen, okay, and my boyfriend is Colombian, but I did not know you could file in other countries. We plan on doing a CR1 visa. Okay, a CR1 visa is a nightmare unless you guys are already married. Are you guys married yet? Apparently not. He's your boyfriend. So you want to go to Colombia and get married, right? Go to Colombia, get married, and apply for a CR1 visa. CR1 visa is a nightmare. I've been through a CR1 visa. It's a horrible process. You got to upload documents to the NVC. If you make an error, if the document is off a little bit, if they can't read it because it didn't clear properly on their end, you're gonna get stuck in a forever in limbo forever trying to get documentally qualified. My recommendation is do the K1 visa. K1 visa. You fill out the paperwork, goes to Texas, then it goes to California, then it goes to New Hampshire, then it goes to the embassy, then you get your visa, then you get your green card. It's so much easier. Okay. Janny Brielle. Hi, Diego. I have my scary visa interview tomorrow. Woo, Janny, you got this. You've got this. Now, listen up, Rihanna. Karina is a legal resident of Colombia. That is why she can apply for her K1 visa in Colombia, because she is a resident of Colombia. Okay, if your boyfriend is a resident of Colombia, that doesn't mean he can go ahead and apply for his green card. In your case, it will be a green card in Ecuador. You got to do it in Colombia. Got to do it where you live, your residency, where you live. Okay. Las Barrias, my fiance is from Mexico. You don't need a translator. Twan Benson, you will need to hold butt. Yeah, I know. At the airport, Miami. Your flight arrives at 6:27, if no delay. Well, there's going to be a delay, a little bit. It's a tight time frame. I work in the airport, not for American Airlines. Okay, so now I understand. So you work in Miami International Airport. Okay, well, you call that plane and tell them to hold up and wait for Diego. I know you can't do that. I'm just kidding. Teja Sweeney, thank you so much for the information you provide, Diego. Really appreciate it. I hope everything goes well, and will soon be reunited with my fiance. I wish you the best for you and Karina. Teja Sweeney, you got 4 days left, and you get your K1 visa. Hitchem, Adjared, once the file reaches the fiance's country, is there a certain time span to get the medical exam? Get it 2 weeks before the visa interview. I recommend 2 weeks before the visa interview. That's when you get it. Okay. That gives the doctor time to do their thing, process the paperwork, and give you the medical exam. So that's what I would do. Christopher, what time do you leave and what flight? I can track you on the plane and as it lands. Well, I think Elon Musk is tracking me too. Everybody's tracking me on this plane ride. But the flight, I tell you, I'm leaving from Pensacola on flight 3387, and then I'm leaving from Miami to Bogota on flight 915. American Airlines. American Airlines are a good company. Okay? They don't pay me to say that, but they're pretty good. Let me see. Teja Sweeney, whenever I get my questions answered here, I get a huge relief. Yeah, you're going to get your K1 visa soon. Then you're going to have an even bigger relief. And I know that I'm on the correct track. Well, if you're on this channel, you're going to be on the right track, because I'll tell you, okay, if you're not going to get a K1 visa. I will tell you, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm retired Navy, I'm retired military, and I tell you the way it is. That's why my boss liked me. My commanding officer liked me, because I kept him out of trouble. I'm going to keep you guys out of trouble. I'm going to keep you stress-free and help you get your visa. As long as you qualify, that's the secret. And patience. Teja Sweeney, my fiance, would already be done with his interview. I will let you know the outcome of our process on Wednesday night. Very good. Wednesday night, I will be in Bogota. Okay? I should be able to do a live stream from my laptop. I can't carry my desktop computer to Colombia, so I got my laptop there. So I'll set up the live stream from the laptop. Let me see. Jason Mabry. Hey, Diego, since the sponsor is responsible for the fiancé for 10 years, do they require follow-up on income for 10 years? Here's how a sponsor is responsible for the beneficiary. Here's the responsibility. When you sign Form I-865 and I-864 and you apply for a green card, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, you are responsible to your beneficiary when you get married or divorced, either for until they become a U.S. citizen, unless they leave the United States and abandon their green card and their residency, or they have 10 years worth of Social Security work credits. It's about 40 hours worth of work credits. Social Security Administration work credits. Once you meet those goals, then you're no longer financially responsible for your beneficiary. When she's a U.S. citizen, or if he leaves the country, or he's got 10 years worth of work credits. That's it. Or she passes away and goes to heaven. And we don't want that to happen. ECAS. Hello, Diego. Is cash balance a must to provide? If so, how much is the minimum? Is cash balance a must to provide who? For what? On the I-134? For the K-1 visa? To show immigration? If you make enough money, if you're the sponsor and you make plenty of money, you don't have to tell immigration how much cash you got. Hitchum Angered, do you choose when to schedule your interview? Yeah, you look on a calendar. Or does it be as early as possible, or can we wait a while to schedule the interview? Why would you want to wait? Hitchum, you want to get the interview done. You look on a calendar. There's a calendar on the computer. And if it's shaded in, those days have already been taken. If you see a spot that's not shaded, you can click on it and take that day. Arjali TV, hey Diego, what is going on? Question, do I, as the petitioner, need 2x2 photos too? Yes. Now, the embassy may or may not require them, but get them. Okay, get 2 of them. I'm going to go, when I get to Bogota tomorrow night, I'll be in Colombia. Okay. Maybe I'll do a live stream from my cell phone from the airport in Miami if I can make it to my flight on time. Maybe I'll do a live stream from the plane and let you guys know where I'm headed. I'm fixing to fly. But yeah, I'm going to get pictures. I'm going to get passport photos taken in Bogota. Just in case. Tuan Benson, have a safe trip, Diego. Catch you on the way back from Colombia. Okay, I'm heading to Vietnam next Wednesday to see my fiance. Well, that's great. You have a safe flight too to Vietnam, and that'll be interesting. Vietnamese food. I love Vietnamese food. It's good. It's good. I like Chinese food. I like Vietnamese food. I like Filipino lumpia. Okay, and I like Thai food, hot Thai curry. And Indian curry. I love Indian curry and Thai curry. Hitchum, you said schedule the medical exam 2 weeks before the interview. Yes, that's right. ECAS, I'm the beneficiary. As a beneficiary, immigration don't care how much money you got in the bank. They don't care if you have a job. They don't care what you do as long as you're not a criminal. Okay? If you have a clean police certificate, immigration don't care how much money you got in the bank, what job you do. They don't care. They care about how much money does your sponsor make. That's what they care about. Jeff Mantalk, Diego, I just mailed in my RFE package. Do you know how long it takes? 2 to 3 weeks. It depends on how busy they are at USCIS. And your RFE, was that for pictures? Was that for pictures? I'm trying to remember Jeff, I should remember. I'm trying to remember. Jason Mabry, will the packet 3 and 4 show where to do the biometrics? Yes. When you get your packet 3 and packet 4 email from the embassy, when I got the email from the embassy in Bogota, it told me where the biometrics were, the address, and I had to print a form. It said print. I clicked on a space on the calendar. For biometrics is November 9th, I believe. I think. I got to look. And then it said, okay, boom. This is the location for biometrics. Please print this form. Oh, okay. So I printed the form. And on the form, it had the directions and the phone number to the biometrics. Let me see. Tuan Benson, Vietnam have no interview openings, so I don't need to see. So I don't see no calendar. Not yet. They will. Hope I will be able to schedule the interview while I'm in Vietnam. Keep trying. Keep looking. Camille 1, hi Diego. Do I need to submit a new DS160 because I submitted the DS160 before I received the package 3? When you submitted the DS160, did you print the confirmation page? Did you print a confirmation page? ECAS, I'm asking for my permission from my petitioner. Okay. If your petitioner, ECAS, makes enough money, the petitioner doesn't have to show the balance of any bank statements on the I-134. Okay? You don't have to. If your income is just a bit over the top, just a couple of grand over, then I would use bank statements and use your house and equity in your house, etc., to help boost the I-134. If you're just a little bit over on the income level, I recommend you get a joint sponsor. Okay, guys, I've been talking for 1 hour, and I've got to get ready for this. I got to get ready for tomorrow. I got to check with Karina, see what's going on with her, and get my clothes ready and all that kind of jazz. So I was thinking about doing it. Oh, that's right, Jeff. You got pictures. That was photos and the documents for leaving the scene of an accident when you was 18. Okay, so you submitted everything. It'll probably take 2 to 3 weeks for them to get it cleared, and you'll be good. Tuan Benson, good night, good trip. Hedgeham, my NOA 1 is February 2023. When do you think I'll get NOA 2? Probably December of this year. December or January of 2024. And with that, Hitchum, you get the last word, and I'm out of here. Guys, I got to get stuff ready for the big flight tomorrow.